Hi everyone, we would like to state our design through site analysis and concept phasing diagram. Our site is in the suburban half of the Frankenstein train line, which is 30 kilometers away from CBD but easily accessed by the public transport. The site is mainly surrounded by residential area with a small commercial street along Nepean Highway. Besides convenience shops and restaurants, there are two primary schools in this area. Compared with other sites, Edithvale has an existing green space named Beeson Reserve, connected with Port Phillip. It is the only public space in this area, but not used quite well. Therefore, we choose Edithvale as our site and hope to use the existing empty space and make better connection to the beach. For the transport system, the current station is closed road type, which blocks the local circulation a lot. Nepean Highway and Edithvale Road are the main streets in this district. For concept, we firstly want to bridge the green empty space with eastern residential area to build a strong connection for pedestrians. And then we want to add a car-free communal space in the center to encourage residents to come here and provide a space where people can really sit down and relax. But the problem is, Nepean Highway and the current train line highly block pedestrian circulation. So to move towards our scope, we must dig down both Nepean Highway and train line, but keep Station Street on the ground level for basic vehicle circulation. At this step, we build the car-free decking for slow-move activities. The decking boundary is defined by the extension of Sinclair Avenue on the northwest and the Edithvale Road on the southeast. And here are the buildings that we have to demolish for new local streets. We moved the current intersection 100 meters away to the south, and the train began to lift after the crossing here. The length of underground train track is around 900 meters in total. One of our concepts is to introduce the local bicycle sport to our project, so we designed a continuous bike lane in Station Street. Considering the safety, the sidewalk is extended 3 meters inwards above the embankment.
After our strategy for the surrounding circulation, now we move to the architectural design process. As the initial concept is to bridge the Edithvale Road and beach, we include Beeson Reserve in our design range. To guide pedestrians to the beach, our functional division begins with the circulation outside the site. In this way, the whole site is cut into 5 parts. As the station is the main body of the project, it is placed in the central area close to the station street. The rest 4 areas are considered as activity area and transitional area respectively. When we subdivided the activity areas outside the station, we firstly must ensure that one activity can be featured as the big idea and at the same time others can satisfy different user groups. Therefore, we divided by user's age, that is children, teenager, and adult. Since the original idea was about introducing cycling to our site and promote some local sports, we defined the teenager area on the north side as a skate park, and the southern area as a slow-move pedestrian zone. In this step, we started adding building volumes. The thing is that we don't want too many indoor elements in the site, so we can see there are always outdoor spaces between each volume as transitions. During the process, we imagine when people come here, they can have a sense that only belongs to the outdoor and a feeling that they can naturally breathe. In addition, as our site is close to the beach and has a quite comfortable climate, we also want to use the roof as an observation deck, so that people can enjoy the local view from the height when they have morning exercise or walk their dog here. Here, we bridge each building volume and connect the ground and roof smoothly. As the skate park is one of the key features in our station, when we designed the form, we decided to introduce a similar design language. The idea is from the flow element in skateboarding, like a constant circulation, so pedestrians can access every part in this project without the lift. We jumped here with more details and the refined shape. To ensure the internal natural light and ventilation, lots of volumes on the roof are subtracted as openings. The ventilation on the roof is used as partition nearby the edge to protect eastern residents' privacy. More importantly, we want to create a sense of roof garden that people can really relax more. And of course, this can form a microclimate in environmental perspective. In terms of the landscape design, the main idea is to create an access directly to the sea and place different programs along the circulation. To interact the station volume and landscape design, we set an outdoor piazza in the center of our site, which represents another slow activity. For better proportion, we remove the current Thai restaurant. Considering the change with time, the piazza can be a place to sit and perform during the day, while be an outdoor cinema at the night. The last step is to change the pavement on Station Street to respond to the slow-mo concept and build the required car parking. And finally, after adding the boundary and some details, here is the isometric view from southwest. We can see how the building form gets pedestrian circulation and how the overview looks like. Instead of filling intensive programs everywhere, we are trying to keep the space as empty as possible actually. Because in our opinion, empty means flexible. We give pedestrians the choice to walk freely, but ultimately what they do here is left to the residents themselves.
Now we move to the technique drawings for more details. Here the south-north section cuts through the platform and station area. The ramp connecting the roof is a key feature of our design, forming the consistent surface. The interior height gradually increases with the roof ramp, which creates 3 unique areas divided by the roof. We believe it can give travelers a different spatial experience that they can only feel this project. Apart from passive ventilation created by the opening the space, more importantly, it provides a visual connection to passengers and makes them safer. Above the platform roof, there are the pedestrian-priority zone, roof garden, and skate park, respectively. From dynamic and static perspective, the pedestrian area with slow activity is set in the south, while the skate park and the bicycle area is set in the north. The two are only connected by the transitional pedestrian bridge. Here is how it looks like from the sectional view. Since there are not much population in our site, we changed the current site platform into island platform to improve the space utilization and solve the structural problems. The spacing the columns into the units 9 meters. The distance from staircases to anywhere on the platform is less than 16 meters. And the whole length of the platform is 116 meters are required. What's interesting here is that the southern platform is outside the range of deck, which gives the travelers another perspective on the design. As our station is set underground, we designed a skylight on the highest roof for the natural ventilation. The drawing on the right shows our design of construction details. Basically, the main materials is concrete for the curved shape and some PVC with light color for finish. We designed the boundary to the tiled outwards so that concrete walls can reflect noise from below and provide quiet space for the pedestrian-priority zone. The combination of the walls and the pillars also gives the pedestrian perspective to the south. Ground floor plan. Besides the 3 openings on the ground, all rooms are clustered into the 5 volumes supporting to the high flat roof. The station is the largest functional area of the building, and most offices are concentrated into the southern part. Because there are 2 primary schools in the site, we set the children's bookstore on the west. Here we zoom in the station service area. The pavement on Station Street is replaced with stone to emphasize the entrance and build a slow area. Due to the opening, the indoor circulation is divided into 2 parts. The south side is the pay zone, including offices and waiting room, while the north side is the pedestrian area. Because we want to emphasize the visual connection to the west, we didn't really put a specific gate, but designed an open entrance. Here is the perspective view from the eastern entrance. The roof boundary designed with the dynamic shape to give pedestrians a sense of continuity and smooth.
Exploded isometric view from southeast. We can see the roof is an integrated surface rolling from the skate park to the beach and to both entrances. The roof garden is 5 meters above the ground and the platform is 4.6 meters underground. In terms of the vertical circulation, we set 4 traffic cores in total. The main access to the platform is the stair and lift in the center of station volume. A secondary lift is located in the south pedestrian zone, and a public lift connects the roof garden with ground level. This one shows the passenger circulation mainly from the center of Station Street. The secondary entry is in the southern pedestrian area. Pedestrian circulation. We can see pedestrians entering the decking from the southeast corner to the small coffee shop on the left, turn right to reach the roof garden and enjoy the view around the site. The yellow area on the ground is the main pedestrian area that we would ideally use to connect Edithvale Road to the beach. On the west side, we can see the circulation through the bookshop, lawn, and children's playground, and finally reach the seating area. Another render view from Edithvale Road looking at the pedestrian zone. We can see the building volume gradually rise from the ground to the roof level. The stone pavement on the station street indicates here is the speed control zone. In terms of the structural system, there are 3 vertical supporting elements. The main structure located on the platform is the mushroom columns. Besides, there are 3 rows of cylinder columns along the separation wall and retaining walls to support the huge deck. The third supporting element is the structural walls on the ground floor supporting the roof. A section detail for the decking above Miao Highway. Since the structure spans 14 meters here, we decided to use girder box as the beam, and the decking is around 1 meter thick. For the pavement materials, we mainly want to enhance the feeling of walking slowly, so we use a lot of stone pavement with light colors, which are common in pedestrian public square. For the finished materials, because we have created such an unusual and continuous surface, we decided to use coated steel and timbercrete, which has a heavier color and suburban sense, so that the vertical elements can form a contrast with the horizontal pavements.
In the roof plan, the space above the station volume is decided as the static gathering space, where space leading to the beach is mainly for circulation. The piazza on the ground level is embraced by the roof volume. What we are trying to do here is to make pedestrians see different angles of the views when they take a walk in the roof garden. When we designed the connection between the ground and the roof, we divided here into the 3 parts. From the left to right, there are the skylights, steps, and ramps, providing pedestrians with various ways to access. Besides the ramp, there are the HIMS solar panels on the roof of cafe, which is one of our environmental strategies. Here is the section model from this area. At the boundary of the roof deck, we use the vegetation to form another centripetal gathering space and keep pedestrians safe. For the pedestrian bridge, we want to create a warm feeling here, so we hit metal panels with the timber color and design light strips along the openings. Station cuts through the gate line. If we look at the background, we raise the lifts to make it be a landmark, so that people can know where the entrance to the station. Since the platform is 6 meters underground, we were thinking to use the ground source heat pump to balance indoor temperature. The system uses the temperature difference between the ground and the soil below, provide cooling in summer and heating in winter. The solar panel above the library can power it. Besides the station itself, we think it can also work for nearby residents. The main structural material in our proposal is reinforced concrete, and we set several water tanks under the western space to collect rainwater.
Section cuts through the skate park. For the gap between roof and ground level, we didn't close the space, so that it can provide the natural ventilation and visual connection to the platform. For the underground platform, as most functional rooms have been set on the ground level, there are only 3 rooms beneath the staircase that are cleaner room, storage, and mic equipment room. And here, perspective from north platform. Pedestrians can directly see the skate park above them when they arrive. As it is an open underground platform, we decorated the whole internal with perforated heirloom plate with light color, which can absorb noise and increase solar diffuse. And finally, in the construction phasing diagram, we plan to install a retaining wall on Miao Highway and dig it down at first. Then we stop the train and install columns there. To shorten the construction period, we aim to use the top-down construction method to build the new train station. In a word, our concept starts from the current site condition and local cycling sport, aims to bring back the communal space belonging to Edithvale residents and serves for all user groups. The project aims to create a pedestrian-priority zone in direct connection with the beachside greenspace, adopting a rail and road-under solution in Edithvale. By building a large public square with athletic, civic, and commercial activities, the new station celebrates the diversity of the slow-moving people compared to the hostile or heavy vehicles. The project redefines slow in providing multiple speed levels of activities and routes, for dog walkers, passengers, skaters, and cyclers. With a fluid form unrolling from the skate court and sloping down to the ground, the roof garden provides the users with a dynamic journey to wander, stay, or play in the multi-layer connection with the new Beeson Reserve. As an integrated urban square with a joyful landscape, the new railway station attracts the community to gather and interact, promoting a leisure lifestyle led by public transport.